Remember I told you about how a bunch of MICs and WAPs and etc. Are affiliated with the mechanic that I go to, and my parents know them, and they're in on it. Obviously, they play stupid about the brakes every time, just because they want me to get in an accident, especially when they want it to happen, so they can have a reason for the cops to come and to search me and and get shot in the head. I mean, quote unquote, take me to jail. And so um, make sure they get it too. Just today I saw some guy. I don't know who he was. He had sunglasses. He was driving one of the cars. They tend to drive newer cars. They have some kind of affiliation with German rental car companies, something along those lines. I don't know for sure, but there's a lot of rental cars and newer looking cars and trucks, etc. and Jeeps. Um, I don't usually talk about this kind of stuff, so I don't, the terminology isn't fresh in my head. But anyway, I see, So anyway, he stops in traffic suddenly, tries to get me to rear-end him because he knows, when I used to have an Infiniti, I rear-ended somebody before and we chased him into the sheriff's station. And the cowards, they're a bunch of white boys that hid behind the sheriffs. I mean, can you believe how much, they thought there was gangsters too. They thought there were gangsters from Chicago. They thought they were in a black gang from Chicago. They're white boys. They hid in the fucking sheriff's station like a bitch. And then when it happened, I'm with Johnny and fucking this other cat, and make a long story short, I ended up getting accused of fucking giving up my friend or something along the lines because the cops separated us and played the old interrogation game, turned us against each other. That's when, I started going downhill with this one friend. And then, to further complicate the situation, we disagreed on, what, should be done with the court case. You know what I'm saying? He wanted me to say something that wouldn't matter at all, but would incriminate myself. I didn't want to do it, and that's that, So anyway, that from that case, which is documented on San Martin sheriffs, it's well documented. They're going through their notes. Remember, when sheriffs and all these people, they're going through the surveillance that they're illegally doing on you, illegal wiretaps, all that shit, and they're going through their notes of previous incidents that and run-ins and encounters they've had with you, and so they're trying to get me, trying to get brother to run into it from behind. And I'm pretty sure that Berto, JP, Red, all of them, I'm pretty sure that they're police officers and they're family members of police officers. And they're running some kind of 21 Jump Street style operation out of the South Side. And, they have certain ties in the community. It's really about secret societies. It's where secret societies overlap with law enforcement and criminal gangs. And when people, make a long story short, when they say the government supplies the drugs, it's the truth. It's really this. It's where drug dealing overlaps with secret societies and the government. And what's going on with me is where law enforcement overlaps with secret societies and the government. Thank you. On the pharmaceutical industry, obviously. Thank you.